What's up, guys? How are you all doing? This is yours truly, Empress Chassis Warmington, aka All That Jazz, aka Lucas Slayer. Just checking on you all, seeing how you guys are doing. A lot of people are really going through a lot right now, from their health to the pandemic to economical, financial burdens to just, you know, losing family and loved ones. Hi, Chanel. Thanks for watching. A lot of people are really just going through a lot right now. And I just want to check on you guys. And I know I'm not looking up to par. I'm very sick right now. I'm having flare ups, unfortunately, of chronic diseases and illnesses that I'm battling. But I still wanted to reach out and check on you guys and make sure everybody is okay because, a lot of people are so lost right now. A lot of people are so hurt and so distraught and just feel like they don't have, um, they just feel like they don't have any hope and feel like they're trapped and just have to be forced to deal with things that's going on. No, we don't. As you all can see, how law enforcement is fighting back. You guys got to understand something. Always remember this. They are just human beings like you all, like we are. The difference is they have a badge and gun and license to go around and shoot and kill. However, we can hold them accountable for it. It was really disturbing to me to hear the audio of a cop in a New York Police Department chief instructed his officers to hit protesters and to shoot them. When it's our amendments, we have the right, that's our constitutional right, to peacefully assemble to protest. So for that chief to authorize that shows what kind of people are in these type of leadership positions, and we have to get their asses out of these positions. We have to vote them out. We have to become the people that we want to see in these positions. And I've been saying this for so many years. I mean, like over 2 decades now. If you want change, then you got to change the type of people that is in the offices. And you don't change the type of people that are in the offices when you don't try to become one of these people to fulfill these official positions, these government and leadership positions in the school system, the judicial system, the legal system, and so on. We have to become and be the change that we want. It is essential. We have to be the change that we want. And I know a lot of people, but that's going to interfere with my career. Oh, that's not what I chose to do with my life. Or that's not what I have planned. Well, guess what? If you're going to be self-centered about it, then don't complain about it. Not to say that you can't. And let me tell you, you can still have a. Hi, Shamikia. Thanks for watching. You can still have your career and still be a state senator, commissioner, be a judge, be a prosecutor. I mean, like, you can, that doesn't have to be your life. But the thing is, so many people are complaining about all of this stuff that's going on, but majority of the people who are complaining, they're not voting. They're not trying to prep themselves, or if they have children, they're trying to encourage their children to run for any kind of political office. They don't engage and involve their children in community activities and charitable works and stuff. We set the tone, but what has happened? We have gotten complacent and we have allowed all of this stuff to just get swept under the rug. All this corruption, all of this bad stuff that we've been seeing, we just been sweeping it up under the rug, and we've been using that excuse. Oh well, they gonna put whoever they want in office anyway, as a cop out, which is the biggest punk ass cop out ever to try to justify not being a pillar in your community, to not try to fight for justice. And I'm going to tell you something. I cannot physically go out and protest because of my health. But what we can do is I can use my social media platforms, and I can use it to voice my opinion. And not only that, all of these leaders have email addresses. I email them. I write them. I write them. I write them letters. I send them letters. I bombard their asses. I don't like what I did with the mayor of my city where I live. Me asked her why I have not seen you being in support of Mayor Keisha Bottom. I wrote to the president, to the governor of Georgia, why they have see you on there with the chief of police of Atlanta and with Mayor Keisha Bottom addressing this issue. I said, you didn't even really come forward about Mr. Aubrey when these racists killed him. And so, you have to put these people on blast, make them be held accountable. Don't let them get away with it. And I'm going to tell you, we can fuss and protest with the police, but I'm going to tell you where it's going to really start. It's going to start with you as an individual, your heart, where your mindset is. Ooh. I'm sorry, guys. I told you I'm not feeling good. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Okay. I'm using too much energy, obviously. But go to your state capital. Hi, Glean. Thanks for watching. Go to your state capital. Protest on your state capital. Protest in front of your governor's office, your governor's mansions. That's where you're going to have to really start, because these people keep getting these positions and all they're doing is riding on our tax dollars. We're literally paying them to allow people to kill us, to dehumanize us, to to brutalize us. No, we're not going to allow you to hold that seat. And we pay taxes to this state, to this city, this county, to this nation, for you leaders to sit on your asses and allow us to be dehumanized, to be killed, to be mistreated, to be degraded in such fashion. We're not going to do that. And we have the power to do that. Let's look at what's happening. All of these cops, without their uniforms, they're nothing. What they do is they hide behind their uniforms. As you notice, you don't even see them coming out too much in public. If they do, they always have like a band of people that they hang around that are just as cold-hearted as them, that will just kill. You got to think about these people, these type of human beings that are given oath of office and that are sworn in to these type of law enforcement positions. These are murderers. A lot of them are just murderers, and they feel invincible because we have allowed them to get away with it for too long. We have not stepped up and really been vocal on a consistent basis. We can't just start a little bit and not stay consistent with it. When it comes to a war, you have to be consistent in that war. And it's more than enough of us to fight this battle and defeat it. It's more than enough of us. But the question is, are we ready to come out of our comfort zone? What are we willing to do? Are we going to just rip and rage and fuss and complain? Or are we going to say, you know what? I know this, I wanted to be this, that, and the other, but right now, this is about my community. This is about my legacy. This is about my generation after me. Do I want to see my children and my children's going through this kind of stuff? decades from now. If not, then we got to start getting our families. We need to come together and get involved as with family and friends, close family friends that you have. Um, we got to unite and we got to come together. And oh sorry guys, I had ordered something to eat, so I'm gonna go get it. They're at the door. But we got to unite, come together and fight. Oh, fight this fight. And we got to be consistent with it. Hey, Sean. Hi, Sunisia. Thanks, everybody. Oh. Hey, love. Thanks for coming on. What is your intake and your outlook on what's going on? Who's serious out here? Hello? Oh, bring them on the camera. I said that. Oh, you gonna get it? Thank you.
They outside downstairs.
That's what the alert says. Sorry guys, I had ordered something through. But yeah, but we have to get together collectively, and we have to start standing up and fighting together. He's outside. Oh shoot. Oh. He's outside to meet the Uber Eat person. And I'm gonna sit down before I fall out. But yeah, I'm sorry guys. I forgot this. But yeah, we have the power to change things, and it's not gonna always be easy. Zanicia, I can't see you for some reason. I added you, but let me see. I don't know why it's not. It says no live women. What's this message? I don't know why. Oh, it says no answer from the guests.
What car they
Well,
driving in? You had them drop it off at the door or be in the front?
The door. I gave them directions. Oh, it says almost there. Okay, but when I was growing up as a little girl, I remember if the community didn't like people who was in office, they would vote them out. One of the, and I've said this and I've shared this because we've gotten out of this. We've gotten so complacent and we've become so comfortable with mediocrity and being treated in a kind of way that we just take stuff. I mean, like to the point where they try to tell they told us how to raise our children. They tell us what we can and cannot do. You know, they got to the point where we can't even wear our hair naturally. We can't just embrace our natural culture. You know, we can't wear our dreadlocks. We can't wear our afro. Like who are they to tell us that we can't do? This is who we are. This is our natural culture. This is our natural traditions. These are our heritage. This is our, you know, religions and our spiritualities and stuff. And who are they to tell us that and try to impose what they want, what they like for us onto us? No, you don't have the right to do that. You don't have the right to control us like that. We're humans like you are. We told you we didn't like your hair, your eyes, and your big ears and stuff. And I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of them do have really big ears and stuff, and nose that look like birds and stuff. I mean, like, I don't like that racist crap. Don't try to control us using racism. Don't do that. And we have to be stronger. We just have to stand stronger, people. And the best way to get them is to start doing rallies with our friends and our family, and we start encouraging each other and supporting each other in becoming leaders in our communities. I'm actually going to be running for a state senate seat in the state of Georgia. I want to be a senator because I can actually change laws, be a part of that, initiating laws and voting against laws that are not right, that are not humane, that are not morally sound, that goes against good principles. Me can vote against those is as a Senate and even as a state commissioner. There's a lot I can do as a state commissioner, but I want either one of those seats, but preferably uh, a Senate. Hi, Donald. I definitely want to be a state Senate, and I just senator, and so I just really want to just check on you all and see how you guys are doing and how do you all want to address, or how do you all think about addressing these kind of issues that's going on in the world right now. You got the mango?
Oh no, I
Oh, that's fine. She can have the mango. Put that right there on the cup holder. Yeah, thank you. You ain't want nothing? Okay, which one? Because one is a vegetarian one. The one that's vegetarian cannot eat no meat. So, let me see. Uh-oh.
think I took the meat
Oh, yeah, this is a vegetarian. Okay, thank you. Yeah, but, we don't... We don't have to we can rally together. We can build our own communities. We can police our own communities. And that's something that's a problem too. You got people coming outside of the community wanting to police our communities. They don't live in our communities. They don't care about the people in our communities. They're just there for a paycheck, and they just throw their weight around to try to bully and intimidate people in our communities. And we don't have to bow down and take that kind of abuse from them. We can stand up and we can be vocal about not, you know, taking this kind of mess off of them. And and something else that growing up that I noticed people did is they made these freaking officials accountable. We've gotten out of that. We've gotten out of making them be held accountable. Like, we just allow them to do whatever they want to do, run rapid and free, and do and treat us any kind of way. Hey, Glory, thanks for watching. We let them get away with too much because we just sat back and we just watch and we just watch. And one thing I hate to say this, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying this, especially from melanin people. We have to stop trying to use religion as a way to justify what's going on, or to not engage and step up to eliminate stuff that's going on. Let me tell you something. I was raised in very religious. Whew. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm very weak. Oh. I was raised very religious. From Methodist, Baptist, Kojic, Holiness, Islamic, Jehovah's Witness, Buddhism. I have experienced all of these different types of religion, okay? And I'm going to tell you something. God, our creator, the divine one, however you guys refer to your creator, is not has given us the tools that we need to make the changes that we want here in this life, okay? You can't be like, oh, well, it's all in God's hand. Oh, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's in God's hand. Let me tell you. So that's just like sitting on your ass and saying, oh, well, God want me to be a multimillionaire or to become a professor at a university, to become a neuroscientist or a brain surgeon. Oh, if it's meant to be, he'll just make it happen. No, there's things that we have to do. There's a lot of leg work that we have to do, and a lot of people don't want to do that leg work. People want to run from that leg work because they try to find an easy route out. And anytime there's a war, there's never an easy route to a war. There's never an easy route in a battle. It's never easy. And it's never going to be always comfortable. Most times it's going to be very uncomfortable, and a lot of times it's going to take you out of your comfort zone. It's going to take you, whew, it's going to challenge you and put you in a position whew, where you're going to have to face the music, where you're going to have to fight for your rights. It's not going to be an easy street. And a lot of people want easy. They want comfortable. They want poise. They want relaxation. And granted, me too. Shoot, me too. But this is not the time right now, babies. We've been in war since forever. But you think about the fact that it's 2020 and it's almost like we're having another civil rights movement, a war rate, a race war in the year 2020. Are you kidding me? Why are we going through this right now? Because we sat on our asses and we just sat back and we just allowed it to happen and we just made excuses. And I know this isn't what people don't want to hear because it cuts a cord. But it's also the truth. Me included. Mm. I haven't been as active nor proactive and as aggressive as I should have been. I was one of those people who sat around and watched things get bad, go from bad to worse, rather. It was. And I realized this is not how things are going to get better. Me sitting on my ass complaining, me not engaging in becoming a community activist, me not engaging going to city council meetings and public meetings for the citizens and stuff in my state and county and stuff, that's not going to help me resolve. It's not going to help resolve the issue because the thing is, when we don't show up to these city meetings, when we don't show up to things that's going on, when we are not holding them accountable, when we're not questioning them, guess what they look at and see? That we don't care, that they can do whatever they want to do, and we're going to be perfectly okay with it because we're not standing up and we're not holding them accountable. We're not making them, we hold teachers, we'll hold teachers accountable. If they gave our children a bad grade, or if a teacher did something wrong to our child, we'll hold them accountable. If our order is wrong, we order some food from a restaurant and our food is incorrect, we'll hold that restaurant accountable. We'll want them to correct it, right? So while we don't do this with our city leaders and our government leaders, our judicial system, these leaders, while we don't hold them accountable, while we don't address them when we see them doing stuff that is out of order, when we see them being slack, when we see them not doing what they're supposed to do. Why we don't hold them accountable? Why do we make excuses to justify them, or why we don't even address them at all? Why we just let them just have free range to do whatever they want to do to us and in our communities and get away with it? We shouldn't. And we're going to have to get aggressive, people. We're just going to have to get aggressive. And we're going to have to start becoming the change that we want to see in our government, in our legal system, in our law enforcement, in our judicial system, in our school educational system. All of these systems that they have, understand the word system. Whenever there's a system, there's a format, there's a plan that's in play. And those systems is never to benefit us as the citizens. They're always to benefit those who created the system, that's a part of the system, that encourages the system, that supports it. But I know I just wanted to check on you guys. I don't want to see nobody else's son or daughter getting killed out here. I don't want to see any more mothers and fathers getting killed, uncles and aunties, cousins, best friends, husbands, wives. I don't want to see anybody else getting killed out here because we're sitting on our asses not doing anything. We can protest all we want, but until we make these leaders be held accountable, it's not going to change. And I mean, this has been worldwide with this death of George, this murder, cold-blooded murder of George Floyd. This have become a worldwide rage of racial injustices, police brutalities, people in these type of position abusing their authorities and their power and not being held accountable. Hey, Capo, thanks for watching. We have not been holding them accountable. We've been letting them get away with too much. And these judges and DAs and all these people who don't prosecute, the chief of police, all these people who are not holding these their cops and their political parties and officials and stuff accountable because they being biased. Vote they ass out. Vote them out. Have like doing this protest now. These protests, I still have not seen anybody walk around with petitions to have people to sign these petitions right away. Okay, I'm not seeing where governors are stepping up and being vocal and protesting along with some of the cops. Hey, Q. Some of the cops, some cops like in Flint, Michigan, have been protesting. Certain cops, or across the border, have been protesting. But the thing is, they're out protesting with us. But if they have had these kind of same situations going in their departments, why haven't they stood up to their chief of police, the chief of command, and whoever to bring about change? We have to be the change that we want. And with us having all of this power, we don't use it where it needs to be used at. We are arguing with each other for days. I've seen people go back and forth on social media. I mean, like I could come back on social media a day later, and these people would still be on here arguing with each other over BS. people they don't even know. They never see it day life, but they won't open their mouth and say nothing to their community leaders. Yeah, their community leaders and state leaders and city leaders. They won't say nothing to them. But you'll argue with a complete stranger, or you'll go into a restaurant and show your ass because they got your fries was cold or your fries wasn't the right temperature, or the dang on, or they forgot to put plastic utensils in your bag and condiments in your bag for your food. You'll go off. Be very vocal. You'll cuss out your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your children, whoever. You'll go off on them. You'll be vocal with them if they do something that you feel is wrong. If you feel they wrong you, you're going to be vocal about it. But you don't say shit to these state leaders, your county leaders, your city leaders and governments. You won't even take out the time to go to the city meetings, the public meetings they have in your county, and they always post signs publicly. They're also on their website. Do you even have their websites as bookmarked in your phone or on any of your devices? Me do. I'm a community activist. I've been a community activist for about 6 years now. And I stay on their asses. They don't block 2 of my emails. I guess what? That's no problem. I go Google, I create a damn another one. You can block those 2. Guess what? I'm back. I'm still got this one. That's not going to stop me from emailing you all. And the fact that they would block my email and call it spam because I'm confronting them about the bull crap that's going on that they're not doing, and making them be held accountable, making them answer to what's going on and why they are not doing this, why they're not doing that, why they are allowing this kind of stuff to continue, why they're allowing that to continue when it's wrong. Hey Trey, how are you, my dear? They don't like it. So they blocked 2 of my email addresses. I created another email. I'm sorry, I look like I've been hit in the face with a dang on tractor trailer tire. I'm just not feeling good. I'm having real bad flare ups right now. But I didn't care. I just wanted to reach out to you guys. I just want to check on you all. And I want to encourage everybody. We have the power. And it's time for us to start using our powers. We need to start using our power in a positive way. And stop using it against each other. Stop lashing out at each other. No. Let's lash out to these people who are allowing this to continue to go on, that's leading our nation in our counties, in our states and cities and governments. Let's lash out at them by voting their asses out. That chief of Minnesota, that he needs to be voted out. Because even though he upgraded to 2nd degree charge, even when I read the 2nd degree, it still shows some biasness in that. It's still some biasness in it. No, he needs to be charged with 1st degree manslaughter. You know? There's still some biasness in the charges. But I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking a hot mess. And I'm going to go ahead and go. Hey, buddy. How are you, Mr. Glass? How are you? I thank everybody for watching. We appreciate you guys so much. Hey, Melody, I'm sorry. I can't even talk today. Hi, Melody. How are you, gorgeous? You know, but I want you all to keep your heads up. And I want you all to know that you're worth being loved. You're worth being treated right. And I'm going to tell you something. The fact that you got so many people, you got people out here that's so threatened and intimidated by our skin, our beautiful melanin, that speaks volume. You know what bullies do? You know what insecure people do? They try to tear you down and make you feel inferior and feel less than, to make you feel um, unimportant, try to make you feel like you're worthless, to build up their self esteem, to build them up, to make them feel good, to make them feel special, to make them feel desirable. Why you think about all of these people who just really hate us only because of our skin color and our natural hair textures. We come in such a variety of skin tones and hair textures. We come in a variety, and we can, and you know what? And we can produce any type of we can produce any race and nationality. I don't care what nationality or group that we mix. Our genes are always dominant. It's always obvious. You can always tell if a person is mixed with melanin, if they have an African or Caribbean or African American DNA in their system, because we are dominating. Our genes, our genetics dominates. We're very powerful. That's why they want to destroy us. They want to demasculate our men. They want to lock our men up, put them in prison, kill them up, make them homosexual. And I don't mean that in an offensive way, because I do, believe me, I do know and understand the whole thing with that. I do understand. But I'm just saying, you look at how on television they're more receptive of, they, I would put it this way, they will promote homosexuality, but with melanin, and give them roles in Hollywood before they give them roles as being lawyers, as being doctors, as being, rocket scientists. They don't want to give us those kind of roles. They don't want our melanin men to be seen as these strong men and pillars in the community. They don't like to give us roles like that. If they want to give us these roles like, oh, well, he's a slave, or, he's a jailbird, or he's a game banger, I'm sorry, I'm trying to plug this. They want to give the black men those kind of roles. They quick to give them those kind of roles. And melanin women, they want to give melanin women roles as being the mother, the single mother who's in the project, can't barely make it, and that's dropped out of school, or she's cleaning the hotel, she working some kind of manual labor job. They don't never want to show us as entrepreneurs. They don't want to show us as architects. They don't want to show us as construction company owners. They don't want to show us as dentists owning our own dental firms and law firms and stuff. They don't want to show us that. You think about Law and Order, you think about all of these shows all of these shows, even though they may have us in there, some of us as main characters, melanin people as main characters, most of them are, as far as like the main character itself and the scripting of those shows and those movies is never about upbuilding and uplifting us. So, with that said, don't allow yourself to keep being torn down by these racist pieces of shits. Hold your government leaders accountable. Start in your county and in your city and your state. Because when you do that in your local government, it's going to change in the national government. Because your local government is not going to stand by and watch the federal government promote and allow this kind of stuff. That's the only reason why Trump is still in office. That man should have been impeached. There's more than enough evidence to have been impeached him, but because the person who is in office in the Supreme Court is biased and have favoritism, he claimed that Trump did no wrong when all the proof shows that he did. He even breached our security, people. This man breached our security. He wasn't even in office for 2 years before he launched a missile, causing all of this war. You know? We're bad. In a good way, I mean. Like, we're some phenomenal people. That's why they try to tear us down so much. But we're going to fight back. But we're going to fight back using our intellect. See, people, it's easy to get guns and knives. See, that's what cops, they're getting. Remember, police were never meant to look out for the people anyway. Policing was never created for that. Policing was always having to make that not escape. That's wholly out. And they're doing that mentality sells. They want you to have rights. If you exercise your rights, they want to arrest you. They want to get hostile with you and then use that as a reason, as an excuse to shoot and kill you when they're the one that initiated the altercation with you. Don't fall for their tricks. Don't fall for it. Vote their chief of police out. Y'all vote these people out of their positions. And everybody, if you anybody that is able to go out there and physically protest, print you out some paper, print you out a petition to have leaders that you don't even see. And you guys think about this. It's something that I said on the previous video. I didn't see anybody who is running for election for these government positions here in the state of Georgia. I didn't see any of them, not a single one, protesting. I haven't seen a single one come forward and be public about and speak on what the police brutality. See, y'all got to look at stuff like that when these people who are running for these offices and that are even already currently in offices are not engaging, and they're not protesting, and they're not standing up for the injustice. You got to watch that. When they're not doing that, that lets you know what kind of person they are. That they don't care about you. They just want that title. They want that position because it's a prestigious position. It's a good and honorable position, and they get all kind of wonderful and magnificent benefits and incentives with that position. And that's what we're just their pawns, to get them there. Don't vote for them. You didn't see them out here protesting. You haven't seen them be on social media rallying and going against this police brutality, speaking out against it. Don't vote for their ass on June the 9th. I'm not voting for them. I haven't seen any of them. So I'm not voting for any of them. Because they're doing they're going to do the exact same things those who are already in the office doing. I'm not going to vote for them. Nope. Now I'm going to go eat something. Try to anyway. But I thank you all for watching. Let's protect our heritage. Let's protect our legacy. Let's protect our future generation so that they don't have to be dealing with this bull crap. Okay? Thanks, guys. God bless, one love, and I hope everybody in their family is doing right. I hope you guys are doing great. And We'll chat some other time. Take care, God bless, one love, peace.